Thank you for the introduction. Right, so yeah, thank you for coming. So my name is Macko, and I'll talk about the research that I've done at Harvard at Oracle Labs. I'll talk about Llama, which is our system for efficiently analyzing graphs larger than memory. I've done this work with my collaborators Virendra Marathe, Daniel Margot, and Margot Seltzer. But before I start, let me just mention that even though a big part of this work was done at Oracle, this does not mean that Oracle will actually develop a product out of this. So basically, if you're going to make an Oracle purchasing decision based on this talk, you're out of luck. So, but let's get to the point. So graph structure data is everywhere, and a good example of these are social networks, in which you can model people as and pages as vertices and their relationships as edges. So Facebook does this, Google Plus does this, and so does about everybody else. For example, in this small part of a social network, you have, oops, that's not what I wanted to press. So you have vertices, 3 vertices in red. They are representing people, so they are my collaborators. Then you have several pages, and then you have edges. So Margot and Virendra are friends, so they have an undirected edge between them called friend, and Margot likes baking, so there's a directed edge from Margot to baking. And these graphs change. So for example, as Daniel develops his interest in baking, he would like to click the like button on a Facebook page called baking, and what Facebook would do in the background is will add an edge going from vertex Daniel to vertex baking. Similarly, if Virendra gets fed up with traveling, then he will unlike the page called traveling, and Facebook will remove the edge between Virendra and traveling. So I'm a little bit oversimplifying, but overall this is the gist of what's happening. And there are many reasons why people like to study these graphs. So for example, Facebook analyzes these kind of graphs to give you your friend recommendations. LinkedIn uses these kind of graphs to suggest which groups you would like to join. And there's a lot of research, especially in the sociology, who analyze these graphs to study things like user influence or like rumor spreading. Kind of the idea is that if Margot starts a rumor, then maybe her closest friends will be the first one to hear, and there's a lot of algorithms that can be modeled at. And this is just one example of a social network. Another example is the Twitter network, in which case you have nodes representing people and directed relationships